Hello, this is Dustin with Home Mender, and today we're going to be doing an exterior door jamb repair. So if you need help out of your current jamb, I can help you out. Let's get to it. So this got flagged on a property inspection, so this guy needs to take care of the rotten wood before he could sell his house. We've got some rotten brick mold here, that's the outside trim, and then we've got this rot in this area. We're gonna remove these two pieces of brick mold. We're gonna leave the top because it's still good, and then we'll cut out that side of the jamb. So we're gonna use our trusty pry bar and hammer, and we're gonna get behind the brick mold at the bottom, and then just pull off. Walk that up, and once you get to the top piece, sometimes these are nailed together right here. You don't want to split the piece you're keeping, so you kind of just pull it out and then walk it out. Fun fact, when brick mold gets old, this actually, you can see the little intricate deal here. This is called a finger joint, and they fit in together like so. You can get any nails clipped or cleaned up, hammered in, pulled out. I'm using my trusty side cutters. Next, we're gonna pull off this weather stripping. Just get behind it with a little scraper, pry bar, and pull that out. We're gonna make the repair and then reinstall this. So we're gonna cut this rotten door jamb out, but we're not gonna cut just a teeny tiny 6-inch piece. We're gonna cut it up about 1.5 feet, 2 feet. All right, now I'm gonna use my square, cut out the jamb. All right, say anything about that. Okay. After you remove the jamb, we need to get the rest of the rotted jamb out there. You can see how clean that is. And then there's some screws on the side here. Go ahead and clip those with your side cutters, and we'll be ready to get the replacement jamb put back. All right, I'm measuring from the sill to the cut jamb. I got 23 3/8. All right, we're gonna replace it with this jamb material. It's about 20 bucks for a side. I'm gonna go my 23 and a heavy 3/8. I'm gonna mark it with my square so I can get a straight cut. And then I'm also gonna use my square as a guide when I cut to make sure it's straight. All right, now you're gonna need to cut this piece to fit on top of your threshold. This here lines up, and you can match it up to your other side about there, and line it up to the top of your jamb right there so they're flush. When that's in position, you can mark along your threshold like so, and you can get the angle of your cut. Now this piece has to set on your plate there, so you can measure from the plate to where your jamb is gonna hit on this section, and that way you can know how tall to make your cut. 7/8 of an inch. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna measure up from the ground 7/8, and I'm gonna keep this same angle right there. So we're only gonna be cutting this piece. I don't wanna cut through this piece. So I'm gonna set my saw blade depth to only go down to the line there. Knock out our little notch, and then we can pop this guy in. Now we're going to replace the brick mold. We're going to go ahead and measure from the sill to the top of the top piece. I've got 83 even. So we're replacing the brick mold with this vinyl brick mold. It's actually cheaper than the wood, which is awesome. So I'm gonna cut this as a 45 to picture frame into the top. Set your bottom in. You can see that my seam is not very tight here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a pry bar underneath this, there, like so. And I'm gonna step on the pry bar and push it up. There it is, it's tight. Caulk with painter's caulk. And we're going to caulk the threshold to the jamb with some silicone. Go ahead and fight that, little buddy. You look like a pincher to me. So we're cleaned up and we've got our silicone at the threshold and the jamb. You can see our joint right there of the jamb. It's looking pretty good. The new brick mold ties it all in. After we get the weather stripping in, all we need to do is paint it, and I'm gonna leave that to you. So that's it. We just rocked that door jamb, cut off the rotten jamb, replaced it, and replaced all the brick mold. Saved this guy from replacing his door, and it helped him out of his current jamb. So for Home Mender, I'm Dustin. I hope you learned something today, and if you did, don't forget to click subscribe. Thanks for watching.